Hello everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing Christmas decorating in my kitchen. So today is part 2 of my Christmas decorating series. We're going to be decorating my breakfast nook area, tons of like garland and pillows, just making it feel super festive for Christmas, as well as my kitchen and my butler's pantry area. I'm super excited to share with you some really easy and functional kitchen decorating ideas that aren't going to make your kitchen like a harder space to be in while still being super festive. I like to focus on really functional decor on spaces that I need to be super functional for my family. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's go ahead and jump into part 2 of my Christmas decorating. I went ahead and took down all of my Halloween decorations so we have a nice clean slate to start with. Like I mentioned, we will be decorating my breakfast nook area right here, as well as my kitchen and my little shelf in the butler's pantry. We do cook like 90% of our meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then we might go out to eat once a week or order in once a week, but we do really enjoy cooking. Let me know down below if you guys are similar or if you find yourself like doing takeout more. I would love to hear what you guys do. We don't like super plan our meals every single week. I know people will make like a menu. It has a lot to do with the fact that I am 9 months pregnant, and my biggest aversion has just been dinner in general. Like whatever we make for dinner, I just can't eat it. So typically Brian will cook dinner, him and Bryn will have that, and I'll eat like a bowl of cereal or something. Like I don't know what it is, I just can't eat whatever we cook for dinner unless it's like something that I decide I wanted like at the last second. I don't know what it is. Let me know if you've been pregnant and had like a similar experience, but like my biggest aversion is definitely dinner. I haven't had tons of cravings, I've just had aversions. I did have a few things that just needed to get like cleaned up and put away. We still had like a couple pumpkins around and just little odds and ends that I found that needed to get put away in the Halloween totes or put outside for like interim fall decorations before we put up our Christmas outside. Figured we could start here with my breakfast nook area. So while I was saying we do need the space to be super functional because we cook like 90% of our meals, we actually don't really sit at the table a ton and eat those meals. We often find ourselves just being up at the counter because Bryn doesn't like to sit in her high chair. She's never liked to be like contained. Ever since she was born, she has not ever liked to be worn. She doesn't really like to be held. She's just like very independent. So she loves her toddler tower. If you have a toddler in your life, the tower, like it's right in the corner, it is life changing. She just loves standing in it. She loves being able to like get up and down. So highly recommend. I will try to link one in the YouTube shopping tab, and I'll link everything else as well if you're looking for anything. But this area we can dress up a little bit more, and it is still going to be functional because we do sit there once in a while, like Brian and I, if we eat after Bryn goes to bed. But yeah, we're kind of in our standing around the counter era with our busy toddler right now. I'm not sure how you guys go about your decorating. In previous years, I've set up like tables inside the house and kind of like organized everything. Like I'll do trees or kitchen decorations so that way I can kind of like see everything I have. But this year I'm really trying to keep the inside of the house as like peaceful and clean as possible while I do my Christmas decorating. So I'm kind of just doing everything out of the garage. And I do have my totes like pretty organized. Maybe it doesn't look like it from these clips, but I do have my totes like pretty organized, so I kind of know where I need to go to grab specific things. And I'm enjoying this process. Maybe next year I can kind of combine the two, like setting up tables in my garage so I can at least have everything laid out, but keep the mess contained to the garage, and then our home feels as peaceful as possible with a 20-month-old. Of course, we have like toys and stuff everywhere, but I'm just kind of bringing in all of my kitchen Christmas items that I have in this tote, as well as several things of like garlands and wreaths that I know I want to use in this space as well. Short girl problems, am I right? And don't ask how I got this garland up here. Don't ask how I just got those few extra inches. I know that a lot of you guys would not be super happy with me because I am so pregnant, and I know a lot of you guys just really care and want me to be safe. I promise I was being safe. Brian was not home when I was doing this process, or else he would have helped me. He even got home and was like, how did you get that garland up there? And I just told him I didn't want to talk about it, and he didn't ask any more questions. This year I'm actually layering 2 garlands. One is 20 feet. That's the first one I put up that I got on clearance at Home Goods last year. It's the Aspen brand. It's basically like the Norfolk pine, like real feel garland. It's very nice. And I'm layering it with a 12-foot piece of garland that's from Studio McGee like a year or two ago. One is a lot less real feeling than the other, but they look nice woven together, and I just kind of wanted like a thicker garland look. Definitely the Studio McGee one, you can fluff it up a ton, and I think you guys are gonna like how I attached them. I knew I wanted to do something to kind of like have a double draping effect at the top, so I did just take a big piece of like velvet ribbon and decided to kind of tie them up in a bow. I was kind of winging it, I'll be honest, but I think it came out super cute, especially once I like fluff it and really like set everything in place. To kind of marry the 2 garlands together, I spent several minutes just kind of like braiding and weaving them together until I got the full look that I wanted, and I really think it looks super pretty. They're a little bit different types of greenery. I will give you a closer look at them, but they look really beautiful together, and you could totally add like garlands to this as well if you wanted. You could add like a Merry Christmas garland or add some color. You could put like berry stems in here. There's a lot you could do to like dress the garland up if you want to. I just wanted to leave it a little bit simple, and then I added these little, they're almost like reindeer collars. I got them at Hobby Lobby last year onto my curtain tiebacks. And also in this space, I do change out my artwork. We have this like clamshell artwork that I think is from an artist who works out of Charleston. It was a gift because Charleston is one of our favorite cities for this little tree like framed print that's from Studio McGee last year. It just fits so perfectly in the space. In the past, I have done different table runners. I just really like this thick, like chunky woven table runner. It's from Hearth and Hand. I do think it's still available online, so I'll try to link it. I have done other table runners in the past, but I just feel like they're annoying to move when we want to sit and eat at the table. And plus, there was just other places I wanted to use some of the other table runners that we already have. And of course, I want to offer some different decorating ideas. The little pine placemat that I have underneath my gold tray is from, I believe, World Market. They probably still have something really similar this year. And then I like to do festive coasters and salt and pepper shakers. You can find so many different options for those at HomeGoods. I always love picking up really fun salt and pepper shakers. I love festive coasters. I have so many different ones for all the different seasons. And then finishing off this space with another piece of greenery, just to kind of keep that greenery cohesive look going. I will eventually put Christmas candy in here, but right now all we have is Halloween candy, and I don't think anyone would be mad at that. I feel so lucky to have scored this Studio McGee art print. I wanted it so bad. I know it's been really popular. I was able to score it in stores. It said that it was in stock, but it was before they had put the Studio McGee stuff out. And honestly, I have that video coming soon, but is anybody else struggling to find the Target Christmas stuff? I feel like Target's been putting it out so slow this year. But they had it in stock in the back, so I just nicely asked someone and they actually found it for me, and I felt so grateful. I'm just kind of leaving the decor on my shelves really basic and just trying to keep it as minimal as possible. Like I said, we do cook a lot, so I don't want to put things that like we have to move constantly or that are going to get messed up with all of the cooking that we do, especially going into the holiday season. Brian was actually out when I was decorating, so when he came home, I was like, oh, what do you think? He was like, I like it. It's honestly really minimal, but it's still super festive and it's really functional, and that's exactly what I was going for. On this side of the counter, I did swap out my Studio McGee lamp. These are from the fall collection, but I do think you can still find them online. I bought both colors. They came out with the brown, and I got that one for the fall, and then I did buy the green, tucked it away for Christmas since I love doing green all over my house. And pro tip, if you have a little mini lamp like this, check and see if you can tuck the cord into the back. This was something I did not know for a super long time, but yeah, it has like a hole in the back and you can tuck the cord in. That way you're not having to like hide it. It just hides itself in the lamp. I am still looking for a like Christmas ring dish. I haven't found anything that I love, so I'm just using this like simple one from Hearth and Hand, and then swapping out my cutting board for a more like Christmas festive option. This is just a marble cutting board from HomeGoods that has this like gold mousse. We always have to have a cutting board because we drink a lot of like fruit water, like lemon water, lime water, stuff like that, so we love having a cutting board out with fruit. I was midway through my decorating when I realized I still need to wipe down the counters. Like the counters have to be wiped several times a day in this house. And then I also wanted to go ahead and add in like a little plant. At first I played with the idea of potentially like making my own. I have so many stems. I love buying lots of stems and making my own arrangements. So I played around with that at first. This doesn't end up getting used right on this counter right here. I just felt like it was a little bit too short. So I used one of my pre-made arrangements, but this is really pretty and we're going to use this somewhere else in my kitchen. Saving my favorite space for last, I just love decorating this little butler's pantry shelf. I just have so much fun with it. I'm using a mix of old items and new items. I use the Hearth and Hand pot holders. These ones are from last year, or maybe the year before, but the set for this year is really similar. Then I love doing like little aprons, cutting boards, other things that just like make sense for being in a kitchen. I'm always keeping my eyes peeled for little kitchen items that I can use on this shelf, especially like that bell-shaped cutting board. That was a Kirkland's find from last year. When I pulled it out this year, Brian just saw my face light up. He was like, oh my gosh, it just made him happy to see like how happy that little cutting board made me. I just love festive serveware. I talk about that all the time. And then, like I said, we are reusing that little arrangement I made just in a different vase. I love having tons of different vases because these are super neutral, so I can use a lot of different stems in them. They work for tons of different holidays. And then I'm just playing around with other combinations of items on here. I always do try to keep it festive but also like functional to a kitchen. So like cookbooks, I have a holiday cookie cookbook, and then holiday cocktails, and then other little cutting boards and accents. I actually feel like I liked what I did on the first try, so I decided to run with it, and this is my little butler's pantry shelf. I just think this area is so fun and so festive, and I do like to play around with more like traditional Christmas colors here. Well, all right, everybody, there you have it. That is part 2 of my Christmas decorating series, Christmas decorating in my kitchen, my butler's pantry, as well as in my breakfast nook here. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this Christmas decorating video. As I mentioned, I wanted to keep things a little bit more simple this year just because we are going to be super busy for the next few months, and I just wanted to make it easier on myself when it comes time to like take these items down, and also just easier on myself right now being 9 months pregnant and decorating my house fully for Christmas. So much more decorating to come. Next up, we do have more Christmas decorating in Brian's office using like really traditional and beautiful Christmas colors like deep burgundies and golds. I can't wait to decorate our new office space. We'll be decorating a massive tree in that space as well, so definitely a lot to look forward to. We still have the loft, we have Bryn's bedroom, the dining room, like other bedroom decorating areas. So super excited. There's still tons to come, so be sure you are subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. I love you guys all so much. Thank you for decorating with me and being here today and every day. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.